So obviously you're prepping now for camp. Tom mentioned that you're away training for it. How's
Yeah,
that going at the moment for you?
yeah, it's going well. We came out here 3 weeks ago to training camp in Tenerife.
Mm,
Obviously, it's quite good conditions out here. It's warm, just to sort of get those final touches in, those final sort of percents leading into World Championships. Yeah, it's brilliant camp so
mm.
far. It's coming to the end on Wednesday. So yeah, just getting those little final percents in, and should be a good end to the camp.
Not a bad place to do it as well, Tenerife.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's nice, nice weather this time of year, or all time of year. Obviously, nice warm. Obviously, you run faster when it
Mm,
is that sort of warmer conditions.
yeah.
So yeah, it's a good job we came out here.
So obviously it's your debut senior call up for British
Mm.
Athletics. I mean, how proud of that is a feeling to say that you've made it through to that now and you're going to be representing in a
Yeah, it is.
tournament like that?
Yeah, definitely. It's obviously a massive privilege to be there. I didn't expect it
Mm,
to get that sort of call up, especially still being a teenager and getting that senior call up. Yeah, it's a massive sort of privilege. I've been through this sort of junior program with GB, like the under 18s, under 20s, for now to lead up to that sort of senior program. Something I've obviously been dreaming about for the past few years, seeing the likes of, the sort of big names, like local names like KJT in that sort of senior squad. So yeah, hopefully go out there and make a good name for myself, enjoy the experience, and just try and take it all in.
So how do you feel in yourself about it? Because I'm sure it's a very nerve-wracking thing to be called up,
Mm.
senior team. It's different, like you said, but obviously you've been in around the sort of under 18s and everything. You've been through all of the system. So does it just feel sort of natural of a step up, or do you have those little bit of like, oh God, okay, this is new, but I'll back myself?
Definitely, I say obviously it's a lot of pressure coming into that sort of environment because it's that next step up to
Mm,
the likes of the Olympics, the Commonwealth Games. But it is that sort of pathway which has just been leading up to it. So it feels right, like it should be happening this way.
yeah,
But when I get there, it'll be a bit of this is quite a bit of pressure, but I'm obviously used to it. Been to like sort of under 20 World Championships, under 20 European Championships. I performed there, so I think I'd be just taking that mindset in of just
mm,
try and enjoy it. I haven't got that much expectation to come in. It's not like I'm Olympic champion coming in there. There's not a lot of eyes on me, or I don't know. There might be, there might not be. So yeah, it is. Let's just take it all in and just take it with every stride that I can.
mm. And then just to go back to where you were talking about the idea of obviously, out of Merseyside, there's been a lot of stars in athletics. Recently, KJT is probably the biggest name that you would bring to mind.
Yeah,
Is she sort of someone that you'd look to as like an idol, I suppose, to be like, wow, look what can be achieved type thing?
yeah, definitely. Obviously, we don't have too many people come out the sort of Merseyside area for athletics, and
Mm,
one big thing she's known for is being from Merseyside and is being
yeah,
that sort of role model, and that is something that I want to aspire to be. Is that role model of Merseyside and that big sort of name with our someone where's he from Merseyside, and it's just to be that role model and be that sort of main
mm.
person to be.
And then again, I suppose it's just a follow up, but probably a similar
Mm.
answer. I mean, how special, again, obviously being called up is a special feeling, but like you said, to be someone that's able to represent Liverpool and represent Merseyside, there's not too huge of a sort of backing around that. Like you said, there's not too many that are coming out in the
Mm.
athletics world. So for you to be there and almost there's a potential that you can be the face of like Merseyside athletics. How
Yeah,
does that feel for you to be able to represent where you're from?
yeah, it's brilliant. Hopefully, in the coming years, starting from hopefully China, I can be that sort of pioneer for Merseyside athletics and make that name and sort of carry
Mm,
on what KJT has sort of started.
yeah,
And yeah, just represent Merseyside, show everybody what Merseyside is about, and just try and put us on the map a little bit
yeah.
more than we already are, and hopefully be mentioned in this sort of same sort of sentence as those sort of Merseyside legends like the KGT, even outside of athletics, like Stephen Gerrard. sort
Mm.
of think those sort of names, and definitely just sort of push it up as much as I can do.
So it's safe to say you've got like big aspirations in the future.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, want my name to sort of transcend athletics, the likes of Mo Farah, the likes of
Mm.
Usain Bolt, Ian Asher Smith, where you think of athletics to like a person who doesn't really watch athletics that much, they'll be able to sort of name them, and hopefully that can be
Yeah.
me one day.
And then as well, obviously, you're a lad from Liverpool. Are you a Liverpool fan if I've done my research correctly here? Or
Yeah, massive Liverpool fan. Hopefully, go and watch the game in an hour's time. Hopefully, watch us win the league 20 times. Sounds good to me. But yeah, massive Liverpool fan. But goes against most of my family are actually Everton supporters.
okay.
I chose the right path, thankfully, and yeah, that's the way.
I was gonna say I was walking through when I was in town earlier. It's absolutely heaving already, and that was at about 12 o'clock. So I can only imagine how it's going to be later on.
Yeah, it is. I even walking around Tenerife.
Mm.
Even around here is massive sort of following out here. It's mainly English people anyway. But yeah, so I'll go out and watch the game. You can only hear people chanting all these different things. God knows what
Mm.
it'd be like in Liverpool. All the players going off, everything would be absolutely crazy. But yeah, that's the sort of team environment that I love. And that's one reason why I like to represent Merseyside. It's that sort of family, it's that sort of culture that is just built around that Merseyside area.
So, and as well with that game, with the game later, obviously you
Mm.
just need a point to win the secure the title. What are your
Yeah.
score predictions ahead of it?
Score predictions, obviously, with Tottenham, it's normally quite a close game
Mm.
normally. So I'm going to say, I reckon 2-0. I'm saying 2-0.
2-0. Okay. It pains
Yeah.
me a little bit. I'm an Arsenal fan personally. So as much as
Are
like
you? Oh.
I love being in Liverpool and everything. It's nice. I'll have a
Yeah.
little bit of a soft spot, but I'd be lying if it said it doesn't pain me a little bit if I see you win it
Mm.
today.
Yeah. There is that massive rivalry with Arsenal over the past few years. They've obviously come back, haven't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, it is unfortunate for you guys, but you guys have got the Champions League to focus on now, don't you?
No, exactly. I can take a little something away from this. But
Yeah.
yeah, so just then to rope it round back to the athletics and everything, and obviously going to Guangzhou fairly
Yeah.
soon. You've got about 2 weeks out now. You've had your training camp
Mm.
and everything. Do you feel you're as prepped as you can be to go out there and perform? Like you said, there's not necessarily a huge expectation, so you have that sort of weight off your shoulders in a
Mm.
sense. But
Yeah, definitely has been. We've towards the end of the camp, we started to wrap it up, doing some sort of time trials, sort
mm,
of how we want to run the race. And obviously, I'm running faster than I ever have, sub before PB by many seconds. So yeah, fully confident going into that sort of championships in about 2 weeks' time. We fly out to Hong Kong to have another sort of holding camp, sort
yeah,
of acclimatise to it. So I'll be surrounded by that sort of senior environment. So take it all in, hopefully train with some and get some sessions in, and hopefully be given the chance to run. Because it'd
yeah,
be a massive privilege if I'm able to run. Obviously, leave everything out there on that sort of track. So all
yeah.
I need is that sort of one opportunity to sort of just share my talents and yeah, take it from there.
Okay. Is there anyone that you know of that's in the senior team or going with you in the group that you look to as a bit of
Mm.
like their sort of guide while you're there, or?
My training partner Josh Folds is
Mm,
always got the call up sort of thing, so hopefully we can go there, learn from each other. But probably the main guy will be the sort of group leader for the 4 by sort of 4 relay, like the coach Martin Rooney. He's been there
mm,
at the likes of the London 2012 Olympics, so he's been that sort of person that's guiding me through the sort of development phase.
mm.
And yeah, I'll sort of just look to him. He knows what I need to do when I'm out there, so just look for him for as much advice as possible.